Aquarius, to your mid-month reading for the 11th through the 18th. Hope your friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers, and anyone new, welcome, welcome. I want to thank all the new subscribers that just came in. Welcome, guys. When you guys pop in, and thank you for your likes. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your messages. Okay, guys, let's see what we have going on with you in this mid-month. Nice messages for the beautiful Aquarius. How this mid-month is going to treat you in this brand new year. Just for those beautiful Aquarius is opportunities and wishful thinking. Lots of choices coming out, searching for that purpose. Wow, got a lot of things going on over here. Just be careful where there comes a lot of opportunities. As you can see, there's a lot of snakes sometimes in these cups, right? So some of these choices are really good choices, and then of course some of them are really sneaky. There could be things that are hidden. So just watch for that, especially right now too. We are in the shadow side of Mercury retrograde as it's getting ready to completely plant itself. Right, so that shadow is still there until the 20th, so not too long, right, before it finally becomes 100% stable. But so still watch out for those sneaky snakes, right, as they're wanting to pop their little heads out of those cups. But otherwise, it looks like there's a lot of things that are going on over here for you. Just like I said, just be careful, you know, what is real and what is fantasy when it comes to certain situations. Some of you might be trying to sell you some, you know, some swampland, right? Okay, let's see what's going on over here. Just talking about anxieties and worries, be careful of that. I also see that a lot of you have insomnia. You guys, if you are having insomnia, make sure that you are doing meditation before going to sleep. That will always help you. There's a lot of meditation videos. I actually do a meditation video of just music. Okay, so, but also, you know, just, and then of course, real talking meditation. That way it relaxes the mind, relaxes the soul. So that way you don't have to think. Okay, so, it's also talking about, you see how she has this blanket on her. Be sure that, you know what, sometimes we just feel like we're in this area where we just are comfortable, right? And sometimes that can also bring in despair. I don't want to get out of this bed because I feel so comfortable. So there could be some kind of opportunity over here that is giving you kind of a despair, or giving you some kind of worry that you're not going to have what's going to make you comfortable. Maybe you feel like you had a missed opportunity. I don't really feel like, you know, let's put it this way. There are missed opportunities, but when we miss an opportunity, there's always a chance for a new door to open. Okay, so sometimes we have to say, was it really a missed opportunity, or was it, you know, the universe saying, you know what, that's not good for you, right? So sometimes we have to look at it in different perspectives. And that's another thing you're going to be looking at, right, is really the perspectives, right, how you're seeing things. So I do see that as well. Some of you might have also been cutting some losses, right? And that could have you a little worried or in despair. Okay, I bet it does say that there is some kind of challenge that is coming your way. You might feel like you're in some kind of competition. Maybe it's for work or whatever it is, trying to maintain some kind of control over the situation, which is causing some kind of deep despair or nightmares, hopelessness, or anxiety and insomnia. Okay, so let's see. Having those challenges coming up. So you might feel like you're going to be in a little more of a challenge zone between the 11th and the 18th, right? Today is the new moon, so it's also a great time to meditate and manifest. Okay, I do manifesting videos, so you guys can find those in the playlist. I help teach how to manifest. I do them once a month, so there's always that as well. But you definitely want to have some kind of area right now where it feels like you're being a little prudent, maybe a little overcautious, but for some kind of reason to why you're not going maybe after these cups, or beware of these cups, right? Or not seeing these cups. But they're definitely opening up for you. It does look like there's a lot of discipline and a lot of truthfulness coming out. Could be dealing with some kind of legal issue over here if you're dealing with some kind of lawyer, but the truth will set you free. It could even be your own intuition coming to talk to you, trying to get your attention, trying to make you understand, advice coming through, right? Having that, and it could also be some kind of head to heart conversations that are opening up for you within this time where you can finally get the final answer you've been looking for. Right. So yeah, things that will help you if you feel confused about something. It just feels like you're going to find the choice. You're going to find the answer, or someone's going to speak their truth and let you understand where the confusion is coming from. And maybe that's what the challenge is as well. I'm not sure what choice I need, because this is also what the card of choices. So maybe there's just a lot of indecision going on, right? Especially if you do feel like you lost, if you've lost some kind of opportunity. Okay, so we do have a planning in progress, making decisions. There's a lot of decisions going on over here within this time. You being the King of Swords over here, that is my Aquarian card. I just feel like it's going to be you who's really opening up, being disciplined and truthful with yourself, and really get, you know what, I can do this. I have the authority and the leadership to do this. Right? I don't need to be confused. I'm going to get down to the understanding of what's really going on and make leaps of faith, right? And getting some clarity, or maybe opening up to someone and get their clarity. A lot of times we open up and we tell our truths, and then they want to tell their truths. Wow. Well, that was good that you wanted to tell your truth. So yeah, your intuition is going to be popping right now. Like I said, especially with this new moon going on, as you really look deep. The new moons are about getting deep within yourself, right? It's a time of like this. That's where the shadow work comes in, right? That's when we get to look at the inner pieces of ourselves and say, this is where I want to get strong. This is where I want to look at things from a different perspective. Clear the slate, start new. This is the new month, the new moon. And get rid of those things from the past that were holding me back, whether it was ideas, things, people, right? Things are holding me back from the past. This way I get what? New ideas, fresh new curiosities, and start feeling the thirst for knowledge, the thirst for understanding, the thirst for new ideas, new opportunities that are coming through. And I do see you working very hard and very diligent at what it is you're looking for. Your talents are going to start really popping up as well. So where you might have felt like, you know what, I haven't done this in a long time, maybe I'll go back to it and finish it up, or maybe I haven't, painted in a while. So I do see you looking at different things with different ideas, different perspectives, new thoughts, right? So that's very nice. Very nice. It could even be the new understanding of a love. You might even have a new love who's coming in, and maybe you're looking at them. Maybe you felt like they were challenging you. Maybe you feel like, you're in a challenge mode trying to get to them or getting them to open up to you. Oh, okay. So definitely having the Death card is talking about those endings with new beginning. Now, I love that because look at that. It's going straight towards where we started within the 11th and going straight towards the 18th. Here you are. You have turned this new leaf, this new understanding, the end of that cycle. You're transforming within this area. And that transformation of that Death card will continue probably for the rest of the month. I wouldn't be, if I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't see that pop back up towards the end of month reading, because this is going to talk about how you're transforming your ideas, taking on these opportunities, using that wishful feeling, getting rid of this comfort blanket for some of you, right? And saying, that's it, right? That is it. I'm done. So it will just be this feeling like you've made up your mind. You're ready to say your final answer. You're being prudent, like I said, prudent and cautious, but you found that reason, right? Because you have to come to the conclusion, what was the reason, right? Because before, if I'm a little confused, I have anxiety, it's just all chaotic. But always remember one thing, after chaos always comes order. So that's always a good thing. So let's grab a couple cards over here. I just want to kind of see over here. I'm going to use this deck. Wow, very beautiful, guys. You're going to see all kinds of things coming towards you, which is good, though, for the new year, because you know what? You can set new boundaries, new challenges ahead of you, things that make more sense. And you know what? There you have that, standing up for yourself, right? Getting things done for those New Year's resolutions, right? Things from the past that were holding me back, I can say, you know what? I don't need that anymore. Ooh. I do like that though too, but I want to just say something really fast here that I was seeing earlier today before I started this reading, was that on the January 20th you have Pluto coming in, and I think it's going to be sitting in your planet, in your constellation over here for the rest of the year. Let me see. I was looking in my journal. This is the 20th. Yeah, Pluto enters Aquarius, will stay until 2043. Oh shit, it wasn't the whole year. It's the 2043. Pluto's transit. Now, I think that's very interesting because we have Pluto here, right? This is a Plutarian card. That's Scorpio. Its major ruler is Pluto. So with Pluto transits, the zodiac marks the historical changes to the collective and can transform lives on a personal level. Most recently, Pluto was in Aquarius from March to June 2023, when we got a lot of AI news and all this stuff it was saying. And apart from that, in 2023, the last time Pluto was in Aquarius was during the revolutions in the late 18th century. So I did do my homework on that. So, but I knew I wrote it down. I just couldn't figure out what page was it on, right? So anyways, yes, so this is marking that time of Pluto to come in. Now this is going to be substantial for you. And you know, it's crazy for me. I'm Taurus, okay, for those of you who are new. And your planet is sitting in my constellation, okay? So I have Uranus sitting there with me, doing all kinds of wonderful, wonderful things, big things for me. And so now you're going to have this beautiful transition coming into your constellation to 2043. I have to keep saying that. That's so far away. I want to say we are in 2024. But yeah, that's a long time, my friends. But this is going to make a lot of transformations for you. So it just feels like it's marking its way. And it's crazy because I said to the 18th. So you could say that this is between the 18th and the 20th, right? Time is fluid. So even if it does come in around the 18th, it's okay, right? Because everybody's a little different. But I just thought that was kind of crazy because I was reading that and I was doing these readings until the 18th. But if you don't start really feeling this shift, if you don't really start feeling this kind of transformative change where things feel, your perspective starts to shift a little bit, that's okay. It might not happen until the 20th. But wow, that's very awesome. Having that card right there at that 18th is pretty cool because that is when Pluto comes in. So on the 20th, like I said, close enough. Okay, so I've got the harmony over here. This is where you're going to make peace. This is where you're going to find this peaceful place within yourself. You might have choices in love that you need to make, but no matter what it is, it's about having choices of where you're going to have your harmony, where you're going to put your energy, who's going to be allowed to be in the driver's seat, how you're going to put yourself in the driver's seat, but okay, let's put it this way. Who's going to be in my passenger seat? Because if you're going to just be my challenge, if you're just going to hurt me, if you're trying to take the reins away from me, then you can get in the trunk or damn walk. I always tell my kids, you can get on the hood of the car. Mom will tie you down like the Christmas tree if you want to be that way. Because I'd never make them walk, right? They're kids. Okay, so let's see over here. You have the spiritual strength coming out. So you definitely have, there it is. And that to me feels a part of where this death card's going to come in, right? Because right when the Queen of Cups starts coming in, this is where the healing starts coming in. This is where the emotional strength really starts pulling its weight, starts pulling itself in, right? Where you're going to feel more stable. You're going to feel more connected to the universe. This is why I said meditating is going to be a big thing for you. Okay, and manifesting as well. Anything that has to do with spiritual strength, because we find our strength within meditation, but we also find our strength within manifesting, because you are a co-creator, right? So this is where you start manifesting, start scripting, start getting all those things down. What is it that I truly want? This is where you start feeling out, who am I? Where am I? And start really getting strong. Yes, I just did that collective reading too with the chakras that's talking about who I am and how strong I am. And yeah, that's, you know what, everybody needs to feel that. I gave it to pretty much almost everybody, because that was really a collective reading for 2024, was who are you and where is your strength? Let's get strong. Let's find who we are. Let's get manifesting. Let's, you know what, put the past behind us. Don't let people take your power away, right? And that's really what it's talking about. As you transform, right, your life will change on a personal level. And that Scorpion coming in on the 20th is really going to really push you there. But it just feels like what's happening is you're shifting towards that. And then you're going to shift towards that in the 20th. And God only knows what's going to happen, right, at the end of the month, right, as you're really feeling it. You'll start feeling it, but remember, it's a timely thing. It's not something that's just going to happen overnight. Shifting takes a long time. Right? Personal transformations, right? It's not, we wish it just, you know, happened overnight, but it happens almost just as fast as it took you to go from one point A to the point B, right? So this is definitely going to talk about the implications about your mental health, your spiritual life, and all of those things as you're gaining your power back. Stepping into that Leo energy, gonna grab that strength. Going to grab that strength for your fulfillment of wishes. Oh my God, you're just going to feel all of this though next week. You're going to start feeling it. And I think it has a lot to do with this new moon. This new moon is really shaping people around, right? This new moon in Capricorn, because Capricorn is about being stable. It's about restrictions, but not being so restrictive. Do not allow it to give you so many restrictions. There's no restrictions in manifestation. Right? Because if we restrict ourselves, then we say, well, I can't do this until I do that. Well, that's just not the way. It doesn't work like that in manifesting anyways. But you don't want to be so restrictive that you're holding yourself down to give yourself over challenge. You want to maintain the control, right? You want to take the reins, but you don't want to be so restrictive to where you're not allowing yourself to push yourself forward. And that's really what that new moon is all about. Is really forcing, but it's also forcing you to turn that leaf for your material, spiritual prosperities. But there's going to be a waiting game. There's going to have to be a lot of patience, and not just patience within the universe to turn this leaf and to do these things, but also patience within yourself as you're finding more patience within yourself. Boy, I need that. I do have Aquarius in my chart, so I need that too, but I'm also Leo rising, so I have some impatient areas. Right. But definitely what they want to do is they really want to do this for the Ace of Swords. Why? Because the clarity is going to come to where you're going to feel like this is what has been going on. This is going to put the kind of the final thoughts, finalizations down for your truth, seeking your truth, cutting through things that no longer serve you. If there was things that confused you, you will not have that. And being an air sign as you are, you know, you need, like I said, you are the King of Swords. You need to have that reliability. You need to hold on to that mental clarity. You are analytical thinkers. You are not only going to use your intuition, but you get to use your analytical mind to cut through things that feel like, you know what, this is where I hold my sword, right? That is it. And having those conversations that you can actually process, that make sense. Because when it doesn't make sense, and in fact, every air sign, if it doesn't make sense on an analytical scale of the mind, the air sign gets confused. I don't care if you're Libra, I don't care if you're Gemini, I don't care if you're the Aquarius that you are, right? You guys get confused. Libra has to balance everything out, right? But you literally are just like to the point where it's like, but it has to be truthful. It has to be disciplined. There has to be something there that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then it's bad advice. And then you end up in the 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords. Because everything that you're looking at just becomes a battle. The battle of the mind. And then if it becomes the battle of the mind, and especially if it's a love relationship, then it can become the battle of the heart. So you want to achieve this success with harmony. So like I said, having that Queen of Cups coming in where your intuition is right on is going to be wonderful. So right now is going to be a great time for the rest. So don't want to really have a lot of disruptions when you're using your mind. So that way you can open up that third eye so you can have that intuition so you can see what's coming towards you. Right? That's where that clarity is going to come from. This is going to set the firm foundations for you where you're going to feel like now I'm stable because I understand things. Quit frigging confusing me. Oh man, there's nothing more. There's nothing more, in the world that you could do that's harmful to an air sign that confuse them, right? It's like, it's one thing to play with my heart, but now you're going to play with my head. Ooh. Ooh, hoo, hoo. It's just like a water sign. Play with my head, that really shitty, but don't play with the water sign's heart, right? We all know, right? The bull, I'm just stubborn, just, you know what? Probably just don't want to play with me. Don't want to play with us at all, huh? Oh man, just don't play with us at all. Damn it. Not fun. Okay, guys. So you have the financial material changes over here, and look at that. And that's where you're headed. That's really where you're headed. You're really headed towards those places. Think about what it is you truly want. Universe is setting things up for you. I know a lot of you have already been manifesting. You've been manifesting with me on this channel. And you know what? Everything's making leeway, right? As we're having our karmatic dues also due, right? So we're carving out some great things this year. And make sure also that you're also carving out some alone time for your mental and intuition. Man, you guys are awesome. You're going to get back. You're going to scrape the bottom of the barrel on this one. And you know what? You're going to come out tough. Overall card for the reading, please, is blue. Even though I always felt like it was that one. Look at that. Rejoice and celebration. Booyah. So, best message from Spirit. Hey. Let's just kick into this 2024 like never before, because last year it wanted to literally knock on the door and then left us all out to dry. I don't know if how many of you felt that way, but I did. And I think a lot of signs did. It was like 2023 said, I'm knocking on the door. I'm going to give you a few things here. I said I was going to give you more, and then I left you high and dry. I don't know. I just felt like we all felt that on a collective. Some got really good things. That's why I said some. Some did really, really well, but I know Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Capricorn, Gemini, and Leo were kind of hung out to dry. Yeah, hung out to dry. Sagittarius, right? Of course, everybody is individual. I'm just going on a collective. So, Panda, stay balanced in your essence. Hey. There you go. And make sure that you're always the dolphin. Live joyfully in the present. Always live in the present. Always live in the present. And the gray squirrel, find new ways to solving problems. Wow, that is you right there. There you go. There you go. Okay. And pig maintains self-worth and self-esteem. Man, that's just going right back to that chakra reading that I just did about that self-worth. Everybody's saying, oh, you're not good enough to do this. Oh, you can't do that. Don't tell me what I can do and what I can't do. You don't know who I am. I'm the sun. Whether I'm Aquarius or not, I'm blessed. You guys are all blessed. And you know what? In the coming weeks, get ready for that transit. Okay? That transformation. I can just feel it coming. Okay? Until next time, my friends. Peace and love. Bye-bye.